For decades, France presented itself as a global champion of liberty and civilization. Yet across West and Central Africa, a brutal legal system operated openly and without shame. It was called the Code de l'Indigénat. Introduced in 1887 and expanded throughout the French colonial empire, this system stripped Africans of basic legal rights and placed them under a separate, unequal form of justice. Quick pause before we continue. Tell us where in the world you're watching from. If you're learning something new, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to like and share. Now, let's continue. Under the Indigénat, Africans were not considered citizens. They were classified as colonial subjects. This distinction gave French administrators sweeping power to imprison, punish, and exploit people without trial, legal defense, or the right to appeal. Minor acts such as refusing forced labor, failing to pay colonial taxes, leaving a village without permission, or speaking back to an official could result in imprisonment or forced labor sentences. Entire villages could be punished for the actions of a single individual through collective fines, arrests, or labor quotas. Forced labor became the backbone of the colonial economy. African men, women, and sometimes children were compelled to build roads, railways, ports, administrative centers, and military infrastructure. Many were taken far from their homes, worked under extreme conditions, and given little food or medical care. Death from exhaustion, disease, and malnutrition was common, especially on major projects like railway construction in French Equatorial Africa. What made the Indigénat especially horrifying was that abuse was legal. Colonial officers could order punishments, confiscate land and livestock, imprison individuals, and relocate communities without oversight. Violence became routine, normalized, and protected by law. Africans resisted through tax refusals, labor slowdowns, escapes, and uprisings, but resistance was often met with harsh retaliation. Leaders were imprisoned or exiled, and entire communities suffered collective punishment. Although the Indigénat was officially abolished in 1946, its legacy endured. Systems built on coercion shaped post-colonial governance, leaving lasting social, economic, and psychological scars. This history matters because it shows how oppression does not always hide in darkness. Sometimes, it is written directly into law. Thank you for watching.